Hi, I am Deepak. I'm going to tell you about port security feature available in Cisco switches. Port security feature is used to protect our switches from unauthorized access, and using port security we can also allow some MAC addresses to access any particular port. Only the addresses which is permitted to access that particular port, only that MAC addresses will be able to access that port. If any other MAC address violates this rule, that port will go down. Let's see how to configure port security. So first of all, to configure port security, we'll configure IP address on the PCs so that they can communicate to each other. We can use any class of IP address, it doesn't matter. 192.168.1.1. Okay, let me copy this IP address. So it will be to 192.168.1.2. Okay, 1.3. Okay, so this PC is not connected to our network, but still we can configure IP address here, no problem. Okay, because this PC will use to violate the rule. Okay, so now let's go to the switch. I'm using 2960, Cisco 2960. Let's check the switch version. Look, I'm using 2960. Okay, so to configure port security, we'll first of all go to the port. Before going to the port, let's check whether it is already configured or not. So we can use show port security. Show port security, nothing, it is not configured now. Okay, so let's go to interface. Which interface I'm using here? Let's check. It is fast Ethernet 0x1. Okay, fast Ethernet 0x1, and then I will use switch port mode access. It is mandatory to keep our ports in access mode, then only we can configure port security feature. After this, we'll say port secure, switch port security. Okay, and then we'll configure maximum number of MAC addresses, means how many addresses will be permitted to your switch to access this interface. I'm doing maximum 1. By default it is 1 only. Okay, so I'm permitting only one PC to access this port. Maximum 1, but which one? I have to define the MAC address of the PC to which I want to allow this port to access. Let's check the MAC address here. Okay, go to the PC and do IP config. Oh no, so IP config all. Check where is MAC address. This is the MAC address. Okay, copy this, go to switch. Okay, now I will say MAC address. Which MAC address? This one, because this PC is connected to my fast Ethernet 0x1, so I want to permit only this PC, means only this PC will be able to access my port, and press enter. Okay, so if any other PC from this, let's say suppose this PC is not there, the user for this PC is not there, if any other user came and they connect this wire to their PC, then what will happen? So we have to configure violation mode, means what will happen if any user violate the rule. So we have 3 options. I'm using shutdown here, means if any user will violate this rule, that port will be shut down. Okay, let's see. Now show port security. Yes, it is configured on this interface. Look, maximum MAC addresses I have permitted here, that is 1. Current MAC address 1. Okay, security violation 0, means nobody violated any security conditions till now. and what will be action after violation? It will be shut down. Okay, let's see. Let's check if these PCs are communicating. Yes, they are communicating. Okay, so if you want to check MAC address, because we have already configured static MAC address, like I have manually given the MAC address to this port. If I want to check the MAC address configured on this port, I can use show port security address command, and here I can see this is the MAC address which I have permitted on this port. Secure configured means I have statically configured this MAC address on this port. This is the interface, and this is the default VLAN of this interface. Okay, so let's connect this interface to another PC and let's check if this PC is able to access the network or not. Okay, we connected this PC to that port, to the same port on which we configured port security just now, and now let's check if this PC is able to communicate with other or not. We have already configured IP address here. Now send packet. Look, it became down. So this is port security. Now switch, when this PC will send any packet to the switch, switch will check who is source, and because we configured this MAC address as a source, so switch always want this PC, only this PC to access that port. If any other PC will access that port, it means you are violating the rule. So if you are violating the rule, the switch will put this port into shutdown mode. Okay, let's see. This is the problem. If if this PC will remove, if this user will remove the wire and again connect to the same PC, still your PC is not able to communicate with any other, because the port is in shutdown mode. Okay, so now how to resolve this problem? First of all, you must know which type of problem is this, because your interface is down. So let's check show IP interface brief. It is not administratively down, because if it is administratively down, you can set up it by using no shutdown command. It is only down, so you can use one command, show interface. Which interface is this? 0 by 1. Check the first line. This is very important. Look, it is saying fast Ethernet 0 by 1 is down, line protocol is down, and here error disable. Error disable is actually the mode when you will violate the rule. Switch will port this port in error disable mode. So how will you set up this port? You will go to the same interface and we'll do shutdown first. We'll shut down the interface and then we'll say no shutdown. Okay. So after doing this, your PC will be able to communicate with any other PCs in the network. Okay, so this is for port security. Thank you.